February 2025 market update for Calgary and area. And let me tell you, if January felt like a roller coaster, February said, hold my beer. Inventory levels way up. Prices kind of stable-ish. Let's just say if Calgary's market was in a relationship, it's complicated. Today we're breaking down what's happening, what's changing, and what it means for you. And of course, I'll be adding my own real estate wisdom, questionable humor.
Don't be mad.
And hopefully we get through this together. Let's get into it. First up is inventory. Inventory levels are rising quickly. We saw a 78% increase from last year and have just hit over 4,100 listings. And most of that increase is actually homes under 500,000. So if you've been hunting for an affordable option, this might be your chance. And by affordable, I mean relative to the insanity we've seen the last couple years. This might be your moment to buy a home. But before buyers start to celebrate, sales have dropped off by 19% from last year, which means the buyers have more choice, but sellers, they might need to work a bit harder. All right, let's talk about sales. We had 1,721 sales in February. Still above historical averages, but definitely lower than the mad dash that we saw last year. Now, pricing is where things get interesting. Benchmark price is up about 1% to 587 and change. Detached homes, they're just over 760,000 now, up 5% from last year. Semi-detached, that's going to be your half duplexes and such, up 7% to just over 683,000. Row homes and townhouses, up 3%. I expected this one to be more because it's at the affordable price point where a lot of new buyers are going to. So that one surprises me a little bit. Their average is now 446. Apartment condos, 334,000 as an average, up 4% from last year. We'll get more into condos later as they might struggle this year. So yeah, we're not crashing, but we're not skyrocketing either. It's like Calgary real estate's finally on cruise control for this year. We might see a more balanced market. If you're thinking about listing, pricing it appropriately is key in this market. The days of list it and see what happens are over. You have to be priced right, staged, proper pictures. So what's selling really well? Entry-level homes, well-priced condos, nice, new, half duplexes. These are pieces that I have active buyers with that were struggling to find things. That 650 buyer, that 600 buyer. Everyone is going to those lower price points because it's affordable. It's been a struggle. We'll find something for them though. Something has to give. Their area, their price point, some kind of requirement, whether it's size, garage, or proximity to downtown. Keep at it, buyers. I got you. All right, detached homes. They have taken a 20% hit on sales from last year, but prices are still climbing because the demand is so strong. New listings are up 6%, so the buyers are getting more options, but the sellers, you gotta be priced right. Pricing strategy is so important. If you're buying, you certainly have a bit more wiggle room in the purchase price. You're not competing for every home. You have some options. Let's negotiate. That's what you're telling sellers because they don't have a lot of options. All right, semi-detached. These are the half duplexes, which are very popular because they're lower in price than the detached homes. 14% drop in sales from last year. But demand is still solid, especially in city center and south districts where it's still easy to get into downtown. And price growth, these are up 7% year over year. It's hard to find a half duplex in this market. Prices are strong, competition is high, investors love these properties because they can suite the basement easily. They're a hot commodity. So if you're looking for an affordability factor, half duplex is the way to go. Hopefully you don't have to compete for it. Those detached homes, their price points are just much higher. So attached might be the way to go. All right, on to townhouses or row houses. They were like meh this last little bit. Sales dipped 9%. But new listings jumped 4%. So buyers are getting a bit more options. Biggest price increase was actually East Calgary. They're up 3%, which is good to see. The East gets crapped on all the time. It's good to see the Northeast having a segment that a lot of people are going to that can make it an attractive spot. Love to see it. We'll break down the Northeast in a future video, pros, cons, all that kind of stuff. So watch for that one. Condos. Condos are in trouble. Condo prices are decreasing. Condo inventories are raising. 473 units sold in February, down 26% from the previous year. They were fairly hot last year, but 26% is a big number. New listings, the highest number ever for condo listings in February. Prices are still up 4%, so they're still not crashing by any means, but there's certainly a lot of them out there. Why is this? Lots more inventory is coming to the market, of course. Rentals are being turned over into listings. Those landlords want to capitalize on the gains that they've had on those units and not turn it into a rental for another year. So if you're selling a condo, you have to be aggressive with your pricing. There's too much competition to overprice it. Hopefully you get a buyer. Hopefully it sells quickly. But if you're buying, you've got some leverage. There's lots out there. Find the one you want, find the one you love, and make a move on it. So where are we headed from here? Anne-Marie Lurie has said it best. Detached, semi-detached, and row houses are seeing tight market conditions still. Condo supply is rising, especially at the higher price points. Of course, interest rates in the economy will drive where this market goes next. As I record this, the tariffs are starting to take hold. As a proud Canadian, this is going to be an interesting time for our market, our economy. We'll see what Trump does here.
Is there anybody you'd like to apologize to right now yourself?
No.
No?
It'll be interesting to see next month how these tariffs have impacted our market. I think it'll have some impact, but I don't think it'll be too detrimental. The tariffs can't go on for long. It's too crippling to both economies. So what's the takeaway? Sellers, you got to be strategic. Buyers, you have a few more options, but don't be too picky. You have the power, but don't wait to get into the market. So should you buy right now? Should you wait? That's always the question. These stats will help. I'll leave a link below to the Krebs stats so you can check them out more at your leisure. So should you buy right now? If you're looking for lower prices, less competition, and you're financially ready, it's a good time. Should you sell? That's the question I get asked all the time. The question is, are you ready? Where are you going to move to? Is there a demand for the type of home that you actually have? If all of those are true, it might be a good time. We're approaching the spring market. Everyone else comes on though. So it will be interesting to see how the inventory levels really increase in these next 2 months. If you're thinking of testing the market for the Hail Mary price,
Barr back to pass, pumps to the left, 8 seconds left. He gets away from the pressure, fires to the end zone. It's not! It's 1-1!
it's not a great time for that. We're not in that market anymore. That was last year. We can't just wait and see what happens after listing. You have to have a strategy. You have to have a pricing strategy. I'd recommend waiting unless you're a serious seller. That's it. That's your February 2025 Calgary and area market update. If you found this helpful, smash the like button, hit subscribe, comment below. Let me know if you're thinking about selling. I can help you out.